planted that seed. Okay, Grinch. Esca Claus has too many characters, unfortunately. Grink. Grink is kind of funny. Gooch. I like the portmanteau of Grinch and Link. Alright, fuck it. We're gonna send it on Grink. It tickled me the right way. Grunch. No, we're already doing Grink. It's happening. Alright, guys. Let's get this Gamba decided, and then we'll fire up another one here. Alright, I should have my hands on the controller, though, in case we get, like, a market spawn or something. Alright, here we go, guys. Run number 41. 3, 2, 1... just kidding. Alright, I wanted to get a fresh new recording going. Anyway, run number 41. Here we go, y'all. 3, 2, 1, and go. Got a child spawn in Lon Lon. Let's get a new Gamba going. Got 5 minutes for this one, y'all. What do you think we're gonna happen first? As always, we love grabbing some caca. Let's get these chickens. Even more than grabbing them, we love dropping them through the floor. You? Nice. Thanks for the dungeon, Rockle. Alright, y'all, 4 minutes left to get in on the Gamba. What do you think is gonna happen first? What are we gonna find? Or will I take some damage? Purple rupee. Token, which we don't know if that's even good or not. Pumps like that, I should bet on him. What are you talking about? We're fine. Everything's fine. Now, with the cat in front of the monitor, it might be safe to bet on a hit, though. Now that he's down from his perch, he's active again. Okay, recovery heart. That's an easy skip. Okay. Double P hit. I'm pretty sure there's an invisible keys in front of me. Let's just go around wide. So far, so good. Not hearing any flappy wings. That's one of the biggest things in this run, is you have to get very used to the audio cues for all the different enemies, so you can understand what you're dealing with in a given area as soon as you walk in, even if you can't see it. And then, moreover, one other thing that really only comes with experience is, you need to know where the goddamn Viet Cong Skull Kid snipers are hiding. You have to know which locations they can fuck you from as soon as you walk into a room. And again, that only really comes with experience. I'm still convinced that that one mystery hit that we had in Sacred Forest Meadow a couple weeks ago was from a Skull Kid. We just weren't able to see the projectile because it came from around a corner and then was like hiding in the grass. Alright, next stop is Hyrule Market. Tons of checks there. Crack open a cold one with the boys. Yeah, Tectal probably passed out. He's getting his daily 2 hours of sleep right now. Ash, you're making it hard to see as always, my guy. Thank you very much. Okay, let's do individual checks here first to try to prolong the Gamba a little bit before we go into the shops. 40 more seconds on the Gamba, guys. Place your bets. Make some channel points. Nailed it. And a token. We don't even know if this is a token seed. Feels bad. Okay. I'll open the window for you a little bit, even though it is fucking freezing. The way these cats control our lives, I swear. Okay, Gold Skulltula token at Kokiri Forest. A Feat of Strength rewards thieves with a piece of heart. Death Mountain Trail is on the way of the hero. And the final item you're looking for can be found somewhere in Hyrule. Okay. Let's check these shops. You finally figured out why your internet had been shit lately, and it was the cat's fault? No, what did Pixie do? Hook shot for 170, minuet for 115. A good shop, but we're a little bit too broke for it. Matt Mercer's got the premium goods today. You chewed the fuck out of your Ethernet cable. Oh, dude. Well, at least you figured it out. Oh, this is the deal of the century. We gotta buy this. A red rupee for 20 rupees? Hell yes, I'm in. And Gregor's for 105. All right. I'll give you 20 rupees for that red rupee. He doesn't... I gave him 20 green rupees for it. He doesn't know that those things are next to worthless. But a red rupee... Now that's worth something. Time to see if Richard's mom has got it going on today. The last seed we did earlier, she just gave us $5, so this is her chance to redeem herself. Ooh. No, not so great. I'm gonna take your $5 and I'm out of here. She's so fine. Oh shit, we almost forgot the Hyrule Castle check. There's one Skulltula there and 2 hints. Gotta grab that and then we'll head back out into Hyrule Field. So far, a bit of a slow start, but things can turn around quick. In your rando earlier, she had a boss soul? Dang, I'm jealous. She, like, never has anything from me. It's super rare. And they say that a statue in the Spirit Temple holds Deku Nuts. 5 pieces. We're gonna check our second hint here, and then I think we're done at Hyrule Market. Yeah, thanks for the dungeon Drescalade. Appreciate you, brother. And boss souls are another fun setting. I do run those when I do my no logic randos. They say that holding L while pausing makes you win the game. Who says that? I've never heard that before. That's nonsense. Okay, that's a wrap on Market. Next stop is going to be Kakariko. You can't quite call Market foolish, but it was surprisingly dry for this run. Usually we come out of there with something, but not a single item this time. But we know it's not foolish because there's a hookshot there. There's a hookshot, Greg, and Minuet all in the Market. So there could still be other stuff hiding, like at the Bomb Chew game. Stuff like that. Items kind of tend to cluster a little bit. Another token. Speaking of which, let's see what our tokens are today. $10 tokens is a token. 20 tokens is arrows. 30 is a token. 40 is arrows. And 50 is not. What is this? 2 seeds in a row where we've had junk on 10 through 40, and then 50 tokens is something we need. At least it's not hover boots this time, but damn. $50 tokens for Nocturne today. Okay, it's fine. I knew it was gonna... I don't want to speak to you. I never willingly speak to a human. Don't assume. Don't assume you can speak to me, Carpenter Man. Red rupee. They say that plundering outside Ganon's castle is a foolish choice. Which means 1 check is foolish. Okay. We've got 1 more daytime check to do here, and then we switch to night. That would have been... Oh, this is fine. We'll wait for it. It's a bad angle. Nailed it. God gamer. Okay, 4 more checks here and then a few in the graveyard. Man, we're really keeping you guys on the edge of your seat for this Gamba, though. Like, usually these ones resolve pretty fast, especially if we go to the market that soon. What is this? What is this vanilla token nonsense? I'd rather have the token than the heart container at this point. The heart containers do nothing. Ooh. Ooh, Zelda's Lullaby. Okay. That's a nice find. Hopefully it doesn't want us to go straight into the composer's grave, though, because that would be terrible. We're not even going to try right now, but there's plenty of other stuff we can do. I do want to look at the freestanding item in the windmill. Token. There is a trick jump we can do in there if that item is good. It's pretty tricky, but if that's like a worthwhile item to get his child, we totally could do that without breaking the rules of the run. There's a very well-timed jump slash we can do that puts you on top of the little rotating platform in the middle. Piece of heart. Stick capacity, nice. Gonna give us 20 sticks right off the bat. Got one more grave we can check here, but really depends on what enemy is in here. Bit of a problem, bit of a problem. I think we could kill this if I'm careful, but I don't know if it's even worth the risk. That's not a good spin. He needs to have a good spawn angle. Need a good rotato here. Missed it. He's so tall.
Drescalade asked me, listen, I don't think you understand how much I love overworld checks in Ocarina of Time Randomizer. Dungeons? Nah. Bosses? Whatever. But the second I get to see you do a stupid little backwalk across Hyrule Field to peek inside a random grotto with a 1% chance of containing something useful, I am there. I'm practically vibrating. My brain releases more dopamine from you checking the diving game reward from the trans scientist than most people get from winning the lottery.
Thank you, Drescalade.
Oh, Drescalade. That's certainly a perspective. I just think it's neat how excited you get over those
I
little
just think
things.
it's neat.
It's not quite like cleaning the house, but I suppose everyone has their own way of getting a thrill. Just try not to get too stressed out. If it's another green rupee in that grotto, okay?
Thanks, Marge. Thanks for the dungeon, Endra.
Drescalade asked me, listen, I don't think you understand how much I love
my God,
overworld
again?
checks in Ocarina of Time Randomizer. Dungeons, nah, bosses, whatever. But the second I get to see you do
Marge,
a stupid
please.
little backwalk across Hyrule Field to peek inside a random grotto with a 1% chance of containing something useful, I am there. I'm practically vibrating. My brain releases more dopamine from you checking the diving game reward from the trans scientist than most people get from winning the lottery. Zeldra, oh!
No, I think it's...
Oh, honey, I understand completely. I just think they're neat. You know, it's those little things, the hidden gems, that really make life exciting, like finding a lost Tupperware lid, or Homer actually doing something around the
Did she
house
give me
without
two
being
different
asked.
answers?
It's the small victories, dear.
Damn, we got like reverse scammed. He got two different responses from Marge. Anyway, I think that's like a streamer doing an impression of Marge or something like that. Okay, this gives us some weird logical options. We could do some weird stuff in Goron City, but I think that we're gonna go to Kokiri Forest first. Mostly because I don't want to climb Death Mountain. I guess we'll stop by Zora's River. There's one check we can do here at the front. Not really out of the way, so we'll just grab it. Okay. Can't get too mad about the Easy Mac tokens. We still need 50 of them for Nocturne. Astolfos laughs in the distance. He laughs closer now, actually. He laughs in my face, not in the distance. Another token. Thank you, Saria. Another token. I'm sensing a pattern here. Oops, all Skulltula tokens. Which would be fine if more than one reward was useful. We've got 14 tokens and they don't get us shit yet. $15 tokens. Alright, it's fine. Mido's house is gonna cook. There's always something in Mido's house. Forest Temple boss key. And that's it. Okay, well I guess that kind of counts as being a good item. Also, it seems weirdly fitting that Mido would have the Forest Temple boss key. He would totally ego trip on that and be like, yeah, I'm the forest boss. I get this. And that's all we can do here. We can get like 2 checks in Lost Woods. They say that the Megaton Hammer can be found at the market. Fucking knew the market was cooking. Probably means that we need bombs for it, though. There's not that many checks left at the market. Bet. That's a little scary. They say that Nehru's love can be found at the graveyard. Oh my god, another fucking token. We have 18 tokens, you guys. We've gotten 18 checks that have been tokens. And then we got Zelda's Lullaby, Forest Temple Boss Key, and some sticks. Oh, can't forget the 1 piece of heart that we found as well. That's pretty big. This has been a rough 20 minutes on this seed. The Zelda's Lullaby has got to lead us to something, though. I feel like it's going to be Goron's shop that cooks for us. Because Sticks in Zelda's Lullaby does open up the Goron shop. Zelda's Lullaby, you're right. Princess Zelda. I think that's all we can do here now, right? Unless we want to go through Sacred Forest Meadow with no items. Yeah, that's all we're doing here. Have I tried just beating the game? A couple times. Yeah, I tried a couple times. God, the fucking Stalfos here. Awful, 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 awful. Where am I even going next? Goron City, probably? Right, if you hold L while pausing, you win. True, I have heard that. I've heard that from multiple sources, in fact, so it must be true. Children's game from 1998. How hard could it possibly be? It's literally a children's game from the last century. There are still a few overworld checks we could do on the other side of Hyrule Field, but, I don't know, I feel like Goron City is just the place to be right now. My gut's telling me. We do know that Death Mountain Trail is Way of the Hero as well, but there's only 1 check we can get there right now. So we kind of need it to be the freestanding check if it's going to be something useful for us. Annoying? Oh my god. Fuck this place, dude. Holy shit. This is the worst. Okay, that's letter bottle up there. That is something. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, I just want to get this now. I think we can run right back up Death Mountain, no problem. Let me through. Let me in. We have to do a very specific jump to do this without taking damage. We face this fence. An ESS left, 2 notches. I think that was the angle right there, but we're going to look again. Yeah, right there. Okay. There we go. Oh my god. Dude was right the fuck on my ass there. Anyway. Link had that fucking deer in the headlights look right there. Oh my god, that was so close. Oh no, I have to go up Death Mountain again now. I hate it. You know what? Yeah, we're actually gonna go get some other checks just to see if we can find literally anything that will make that climb less awful. I don't care if we have to backtrack a little bit. Yes, we have Zelda's Lullaby and sticks, so we can open up the shop. We can go get fire from Darunia's room. We're gonna get like half a dozen checks or so going down this route, and then we'll probably circle back around to Death Mountain. Another token, hooray! Just love me some Skulltula tokens. Well, it feels like we're getting them much faster in this run than the last one, but I'd rather just have the items that we had last time instead. Ooh, Beange? Looks like Beange. The old legume. That is neat to find early. Only really a couple of places we're gonna need to plant that though, but still nice to have. One more hit here and then over to Lake Hylia. They say that a huge rupee can be found at the graveyard. Wow. Ash. Okay, what do they say? They say that the forest trial was dispelled by Sheik. Okay, if I'm gonna do this, I should do it soon before that churg gets here. The item is a token. Nice. Can safely skip that. We got 2 more hints we can check here, and then 1 more check we can get, and 1 more check we can look at. But thanks for the dungeon, Anthony. Get in there, folks. Get yourself some gear and some TTS redemption vouchers. You can make funny thing happen on stream if you find the ticket for it. Hyrule Castle is on the way of the hero. Interesting. A little bit of a rare hint. There's only 3 checks there. They say that bottom of the well hoards a bomb bag. That is a good hint. I feel like every single time I get here right after that Skulltula goes away. Ooh, Forest Temple keyring. And that's actually nice. Forest Temple is a good one to get out of the way early. Underwater item is a token. Okay, I believe that wraps up Lake Hylia. We've got 1 more check we can do in Hyrule Field, and then, that's it. We will plant the bean here, though, just in case we have to come back as adult before we get hookshot. That'll open up freestanding piece of heart up here. Gotta remember to plant these anywhere that it'll get us a check before we go adult, because that's could be expected with the early bean. What would the last Avatar's nickname be if he was 35 plus? I mean, he's like 112 or whatever, isn't he? Boomerang. Okay, that's funny. They said that Big Goron crafts a purple rupee. Oh shit, okay. Well, we didn't really get much from that way. We basically have to do Goron City Shop now. It's either that or the Royal Family's Tomb, or we go into a dungeon. Not super stoked about any of these options. Yeah, I think we just go Goron City. Royal Family's tomb is kind of a shitty option right now. I'm pretty sure that it's, like, obviously it's going to be one of those two places. I don't think that we're going to be meant to go into a dungeon yet. I think that logically the seed gave us Zelda's Lullaby for a reason. And we're really hoping that reason is the Goron City shop. This Death Mountain Trail is cancer. Very much not looking forward to this. I don't believe there were any P-hats, so we should be safe to just go here at daytime and send it. Okay. Nice. And to the right. Back to the left. Alright, we're gaming. Gonna wish that I never jumped down the first time here. There's gotta be something here, though. There's 8 checks in this shop. Or I guess more specifically 4 checks. Fun fact, if you roll into this door as it's opening, you will get voided out, and you will take damage. Thankfully, I did not learn that lesson firsthand, but I have seen it happen. Always make sure you wait for the door to open before you actually run into that. And the reason for that is because the cutscene skip on ship. You're normally not supposed to be able to, you know, move while that door's opening in the first place. So if you touch the door, the game assumes that you somehow got stuck inside of it and it just voids you out. Wallet. For 95. Okay, well, I'll take this first. And then that. And then, interesting. That still doesn't get us much. It gets us Greg, Hookshot, and Minuet, but... I think we are a little bit cooked. I think we have to go into the royal family tomb. That's true, we do get the Saria song check now, if we get Minuet. Really hanging on by a thread here with this one, you guys. Getting ultra breadcrumbed right out the gate. We can't even enter Dodongo's cavern yet, so if we do have to go into a dungeon, it's gonna be the Deku Tree. Hopefully Saria's song check is, like bombs. Even Scale would be useful. Scale would get us into Zora's River. And we could go Mweep if we had that. Once we Mweep, we've got our bottle available, so we could do Great Bug Adventure. So, like, there's a lot of things that could really breadcrumb us in the right direction, but we just need one thing to get us going. Alright, good night, insect. We'll catch you tomorrow, buddy. Enjoy your veg. Minuet was like 115, I believe, so another 40 here should be good. And we are going to need to come back here with more money to buy our hookshot and Greg, but right now they're not, like, immediately important. Those are both adult items, and we're still babby. Okay. Let's see what our Saria check is. Even if the check sucks, it's still 3 hints in this area. Yo, it was the bomb bag. Okay, we got a seed going now. What a gift. Thank you, Saria. They say that plundering Haunted Wasteland is foolish. Two enemies up ahead. Oh, well, that makes it very obvious where they are. Can you stop zigzagging? Fight me up here if you're gonna fight me. Thank you. Nice thing about Wolfos in this is that they will not respawn once we kill them because of the way that they are coded in certain areas. Don't like those Stalfos noises. Good news, though, is that I don't hear any flappy wings. Okay, they say Grink's uncle works for Nintendo. There's a Skulltula. Pest of the Sands holds the iron boots. The Spirit Trial has the iron boots. It feels so good to have bombs now. Hello? Of course. Fuck. Got it? Okay. They should be right on this. They should all spawn in the same spot. Okay. A little further back than I thought. Good to know, though. Let's actually throw a bomb. There, right to the right side of the scrub. Okay. Ash, please. Nope, not risking that. Fucking Baris, dude. Okay, well, we've got bombs now. That opens up a lot of stuff. Honestly, the first thing we should do is go get this bottle empty. Go Mweep gang. Hashtag Mweep gang. Close the gate. Open the gate. Probably should have gotten that grotto over there, but it's, you know, it's whatever. We got a priority right now. We really want to get this bottle emptied. Is it weird that I've always loved, like, really thick fog, specifically because of Silent Hill? I'm like, oh man, it's so spooky outside. Should have brought more rupees. Not think about the shop or Mr. Here. But, it's fine. Maybe we'll find some along the way. Okay, $50. Quit churging. I'm on my way out of here. That is an excellent question, actually. I'd never thought about playing songs for them. For money. That would make sense, though. 'Cause, yeah, that should be just the vanilla purple rupees if it's not shuffled. That's actually some Giga Brain moves right there. Hell yeah. Good call, Dreska. Okay, let's go, chicken. At this point, I think we should probably just jump back down and get the Bean Man, because I'd rather grab his check now than have to backtrack and get it later. We got 1 check and 2 hints up here. Well, 2 hints if you count the grotto. They say that the water trial was dispelled by Sheik. Okay, I don't count that. That's not a hint. And that's not a check. Garbage grotto, top to bottom. They say that the Crater's Melody is a Shadow Temple keyring. How's the run going? It's pretty fresh. It's been a little slow, but we just got our bombs, so things opened up a lot. We had a nice 4-hour run earlier that ended with a just a slight turn of the camera, unfortunately, and we took some fall damage because I wasn't holding the right direction on the analog stick. But it is what it is. We learned a lesson from it. This run's going a lot slower at the start. Did I ever okay your Doug on 7TV? No. No, I did not. You're gonna have to find a better Doug emote. I feel like we lean into the Doug thing a little bit too much, to be honest, and I've never even seen that movie. What about the clown car emote? Still thinking about that one as well. I'll be your Doug. But thank you? Thank you. Oh, wow. A blue rupee. I literally, like, pulled it up on 7 TV today and looked at it, Drescalade. It literally has been on my mind. The fire trial protects Ganon's tower. Oh, hangover. Okay. That makes sense, Agent. My mind went to I'm your Huckleberry, but that didn't really make sense. We got one more check outside here, actually, before we go into Zora's domain. Wow, a Skulltula token. Fantastic. I still remember seeing the first Hangover movie in theaters way fucking back in the day, watching that with some friends. And I must have been like an older teenager, probably somewhere around like 16 to 19. I don't remember what year it came out, but I was definitely an older teenager, like in high school or whatever. And there were some younger kids in front of us. They were probably like 14 or whatever, you know, barely teenagers at that point. And they were laughing and whatever at all the jokes in the movie. And then I remember in the post-credits scene, there was like a montage of a bunch of shit. And you can see somebody's fucking dick in one of like the still images, and they were just like appalled that that had the audacity to exist. And it was just so fucking funny that these kids were laughing at all the other stuff in the movie. By the choose. Ooh, good looking out. Good looking out. Thank you, Drescalade. And we'll have just enough left over for the diving game. Oh, it's a 20-pack. Okay, that's fine. We'll come back for him. We got one hint up here, and oh yeah, let's get the hint and then we'll mweep. Ready your mweeps, everybody. It's almost time. Read 'em and mweep. Alright. Let them fucking rip, boys. Yes. 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 You did it right, Agent. Fan-fucking-tastic. Oh my god, it's a fucking sight to behold.
Lizard.
Oh my god, I fucking love you guys. Thank you for indulging me on that. I love that little tradition.
Lizard.
Alright, we're gonna have to do diving game probably a couple of times here to make some money. We'll also be able to check what's inside the Jabu entrance while we're here, which is always fun. Because every single time we hope to see bottom of the well, and nearly every single time it is not bottom of the well, and it turns out to be Jabu. And the reason we don't want to see Jabu in the entrance here is because if it's not here, there's a very good chance that we'll be able to just pop into the dungeon and clear it as adult. Just like hover boot over to the boss and call it a day. But if the dungeon is oh hey, wait, I think we won the gambit, didn't we? It was Bomba. Completely forgot about the Gamba earlier. Anyway, we want to see bottom of the well in here. If Jabu was elsewhere, then, you know, we can pop in and clear the boss as adult. That'd be fucking great. We don't even have a fish. What am I doing? But, if bottom of the well is in there, that's, like, best case scenario, because it combines, 2 forced child entrances together. Water Temple boss key. Nice. Purple ruby. Hell yes. We got good RNG on this diving game. I think that'll do. Now we got some bomb chews. Those are just really nice to have in general, but without having a slingshot or anything, that does get us the check in Kakariko for the gold Skulltula on the Watchtower. So it's important to pick up for that alone. But if nothing else, it's also good to just unlock bomb chews so we can start getting them as drops and stacking them up. Because you'll notice right out of the gate here, we can hold up to 50 bomb chews, which is absolutely massive. If you ever need to just, you know, spam explosives at something, it's good to have 50 of them in your pocket. Another fucking bottle. That's really funny. Nice angle. Pro gamer. We don't need to dive for more money. Let's just go. Turn in the fish. We can check a couple things. You can actually get the Great Fairy here, which is a little weird. Oh, it took an hour, but we managed to get our bombs and bottle, which, I normally like to get early because it minimizes backtracking, but we've kind of already done everything already, so it's all backtracking from here. Hey, let's fucking go. We got the bottom of the well. That's exactly what we wanted to see in here. A shark in the front. Lore Master on the right. That's not bad. We can work with this. We can absolutely work with that. Thanks for the celebration, Driscollade. I'm celebrating right now. Fucking love to see bottom of the well in there. Gives the seed potential. The light trial was dispelled by Sheik. That's also good. Of all the trials, that's the one that we really want to see dispelled by Sheik, because it's the most substantial difficulty difference from clearing it for checks versus clearing it for needing to actually finish the trial. Oh my god. Yeah, I will turn down the volume on that interaction. Actually, I'm going to do that right now, because if I don't do it right now, I'm going to forget. Some of the Tangia interactions are just, like, way louder than other ones. Override volume. Let's set that bad boy to, like, 50%. That was a loud-ass sucker. Apologies for the jump scare, everybody. I cannot increase bet, bet, bet. That is already at 100. If I wanted to increase the sound of bet, 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 I would have to just turn up the sound of the whole Pangea panel, and then turn everything else down. The bass recording is just too quiet. Like, if you guys want, I can just fucking make a better recording of it some other time. You have made a new creature friend. GTG has nuts. Alright. A new creature friend. Like, you got a new pet or just one of your cats has come over? I don't know if you need another pet. Don't you have, like, several cats already, Kazzy? Oh, I got a picture. Okay, I will click on this link and hope it's not a virus. Oh, well, that's not a cat at all. It's cute, though. Little bone lizard. If you can put a Rickroll into a JPEG, I would be very impressed. They say that the light try. Okay, we looked at that already. Me dumb. Oh, you know what we can do, though? Is the Great Fairy. All right, we're just gonna run around in circles at Zora's Fountain for a minute. Bear with me, y'all. Yeah, I had a bit of a brain fart there, Lance. Thank you for the reminder. I am a little bit tempted to go into bottom of the well, honestly, but, there's still enough overworld checks that we should just do other things. Magic. Or Dins. We need magic. Still. Very good find. Dins is huge. We love Dins. Here we go. Oh, wait, but also... Oh, one more thing. Yeah. Escalade, like, encapsulated my aura perfectly with that one. Okay. Done here. We don't have scale for a shortcut. I think we just save and reset out of here, then. Oh, fuck yeah, bud. Congrats, Anthony. You know, we know that Hyrule Castle is Way of the Hero, so I want to swing by there and get the fairy check. Because there's only 2 other things at Hyrule Castle that could be Way of the Hero. Now that I'm thinking about it, though, the Skulltula that we got there already might have been our Forest Temple boss key. That could be our Way of the Hero check. They say that a hole in a volcano holds a gold Skulltula token. Everything else in Hyrule Field can wait for now. We should probably farm some more rupees for another item while we're coming through here. That'll be good. We need one more rupee and then we can snag Greg. Gregors. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. The man himself. The Greg. And now I spent all my money and I can't afford to do bombchu bowling. Damn it. Mistakes were made. Go see if the fairy pays us. If we don't get money from this, we'll just go farm it at the gate. Greg is love, Greg is life. He is green, just like Shrek. This checks out. Now I kind of want a mod that just turns Greg into Shrek. Little Shrek inside a green rupee. Token. Yeah, thanks for the follow, Twinkie. You're gonna get the Hollow Knight mod so you can Hess in the J's. Dude, I knew you would love that as soon as I sent it to you. I knew that that was peak Anthony content right there. I'm glad I wasn't mistaken. Unfortunately, we do still need money. Broke little boy right now. Nope. Shit. Angle's off. Great start to the rupee farming. Oh, I can hear it right now. The skill issue's being redeemed. We already have bomb chews, so 60 rupees will be fine for this. A lot of the time I would get 90 plus rupees for this, and then get the cheaper bomb chews from bombchu bowling rather than buying them from the shop. But we don't need to do that this time. Blue rupee. And a token. And we'll take the token because we do need 50 of those. The rare left side. Oh, that looks good. Fucking nailed it, dead center. Oh, we are working so hard for these tokens. Halfway there. Okay. Where do we go next? I guess we go start our bug adventure. That's what we should do. That's going to lead us around basically all of Hyrule again, so we'll get a lot of checks that way. The first stop is going to be the graveyard. We can also peek inside a grotto here at Kakariko, now that we've got bombs. And we can get the Skulltula on the watchtower. Nice. Easy grotto. And fucking terrible reward. That's the way it goes. What did we get? What did we get? A huge rupee. I mean, I'm probably going to use that to buy a hook shot, so that's fine. I fucking hovered over deny on that message, Dressglade. I want you to know that. It feels important that you know this. We need to refill on bombs while we're here. Very important. I approved it. That's why I was joking about I hovered over deny on that one. We'll try one more time, and if we don't get a bomb drop, we'll keep moving for now. There we go. Bomba. And then half the reason we came here for these little guys. And so begins the Great Bug Adventure. Another huge rupee. That was a piece of heart. Can we get like a slingshot or something? This is kind of crazy at this point. Death Mountain Trail is a Way of the Hero area. We found something on top of the cavern, didn't we? It was our letter. That's what it was. So that could be our Way of the Hero item already. But we've got a few more checks we can get there, and then a few checks in Goron City as well. Then we can open the shortcut to Lost Woods, and we've got a few more checks in that area. Oh, that's right, this area was fucking cancer. I forgot about the Stalfos here. This is terrible. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Did he clip out? Did we get him? I don't hear him laughing anymore. This is the perfect chance to get that, well, both this check and the Skulltula over there right now. Where's that Skulltula? There you are. Okay. No, I don't trust you. I'm gonna make sure this dude dies so he doesn't sneak up behind me. Ah, god damn it. Piece of heart. Okay, still, that was worth checking. Let's look in here. This is gonna be our best chance to do it for a while. Fire Temple. I think we can get a check here. We have to reload, so we get a 24-second timer. Hello, don't know why you're in jail 7 years ago, but let's get you out of here, buddy. And by that I mean keep you in here because your reward was fucking trash. Useless. Garbage. One more check here on Death Mountain for us, and then we are making our way to Goron City. There is still technically the Great Fairy check on Death Mountain, but that's like an absolute last resort to get his child. We try to avoid going to the top of Death Mountain unless we do it as adult. Yo, boomerang! Fuck yes, okay. Starting to feel the pressure come off of the seat a little bit. Although that does make an early Jabu much more likely, which is not great. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I missed a little bit. Shit. Contrary to real life, cool guys do look at explosions in this game, otherwise they don't work. Nice, we got magic for our dins. They say that Deku nuts can be found at Kakariko Village. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was Song of Time for a second. Still good. Still good. We'll take a blue song. 2 warp songs is better than 0 warp songs. Okay, next stop, Lost Woods. I should probably have just used Dins there because we're gonna need more bombs here soon. But we've got enough for Lost Woods, so we'll be okay for now. No, I didn't throw the bomb in the pot. We could swing right back there and do that now. Glitches are a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. I didn't dug, it just wasn't on the menu in the first place. I didn't even think about it. I literally came here just thinking about doing the maze. We can also get the rolling Goron as well. I mean, if we're gonna do Goron City checks. FW. Nice. That complements the magic we just found very well. I mean, we're getting there, Drescalade. One thing at a time. One thing at a time for sure. You know, while we're here, speaking of being kidded, let's keep that preparedness thing going on. There we go, got some goodies. Got a little bit of green Kool-Aid. And got us a big boy shield. It's my stick in a pot. Oh, my stick in a pot, yeah. Okay, right, now it's time for Lost Woods with our 3 bombs, which is plenty. This is one of the spots we need to actually plant beans at, because it could be a shortcut later. Big rupee. Yo, our first magic find. It's Obelest. Oh, it actually is really nice having magic this early in the run. Okay, just one more Deku Scrub left in the run, and that is the one out in front of Lake Hylia. One more Deku Scrub to take care of here, and then we'll head into... Or not a Deku Scrub, excuse me. One more Bean Patch here, and then we'll head to Kokiri Forest. Boom, 20 bucks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. He's purring and growling. I love it when the kitties are happy angry. You fool, you cannot contain me, even if it is warm and fluffy in here. Alrighty, where do we want to go next? Interesting question. We should just continue Bug Adventure, right? So that means the next stop would be Gerudo Valley. And this takes us on a nice lap around Hyrule Field to wrap up those checks as well. We can actually check 2 more of these now that we're here. We didn't have a ranged weapon when we did Lon Lon the first time, so there's this check and then 1 more. Feels weird backtracking Lon Lon. Usually we get this place done the first time we're here. Very rare that I come here without any sort of ranged weapon or something that can kill the Skulltula on the back wall. So we're going up to this door to reset our entry point so that when we play Sun Song, we'll be on this side of Lon Lon at night. Thank you for the dungeon Drescalade. Appreciate it, bro. Blue rupee, okay. Lon Lon's done, though. That's completed. Two checks in Gerudo Valley, and then I think 2 more at Lake Hylia, but one of them is going to be just a Skulltula token, because we looked at it already. But more tokens ain't bad. We need 20 more for Nocturne. And we do have Dins, so getting Nocturne does get us access to another dungeon. I'm getting the feeling that whatever dungeon is in the Shadow Temple, though, is gonna have our Song of Time in it. Getting that sense. Heaven bombs. We're a little bit low on bombs here, but we can make it work. We also got plenty of bomb chews. We could do Cow Grotto, couldn't we? That's fucking weird. Alright. Take a look. Hour and a half into a run and doing Cow Grotto. It takes such a weird combination of items for this. You need bombs to get in, you need fire to get down the webs, and you need boomerang to actually get the check at the end. Bring it on, buddy. Uh-oh. Okay, that was a little too close for comfort. Let's do this. Stun him with a hit, and then we dins. One, two. Did we get them all? I think we got them all. They say that bottom of the well hoards Deku seeds. Hey, that is nice. I'm pretty sure that's out of logic too, because we're not supposed to be able to go in this grotto without the Stone of Agony. Do you think my Song of Time is probably just inside whatever the Deku Tree entrance is? The logic expected me to plant beans and go adult to get Ruto's letter. No, I think just jumping on top. Like, freestanding Piece of Heart is just available in logic. You can just jump. That's not a trick. Honestly, Anth, I was scared too. I'm glad that he bounced off of me, because if that hitbox stayed on me for much longer, that might have been it. Thankfully, Dins has a fuck ton of iframes. Quick question, if you have the tricks and glitches thing turned on for the Stone of Agony checks, is it still out of logic? So... oh, is that where the setting is? We were looking for that earlier, actually. Yeah, let's go over that, Agent. 1 second here. Shit, I don't want to speak to you. Hey, Epona song. Neato. Okay, so randomizer settings. So hidden grottos without Stone of Agony. That's not on the enabled tricks. So basically, with this on the left, it means that in order to access hidden grottos in logic, like the grottos that you can't see, where you just have to know to put a bomb there, you need the Stone of Agony for those to be in logic. Now, we can still break logic and get those without breaking the rules, and that's fine. If you move this over to the right, that means that those grottos are in logic as soon as you have a way to open them, and it doesn't matter, it just expects you to know where they are. That's the difference. So, if you have it on the left here, not enabled, it can allow you to break out of logic by knowing where the grottos are. So in theory, it could shorten your run by having that setting off. The lab wall here, 99% sure this was just a token, but we're gonna grab it because we do need 50 of those bad boys. Okay. Thank you for the dungeon, Rockle. We should grab some bombs while we're here. This is like the perfect farming spot. Aside from the ominous flunking of a churg in the distance, stomping around. One more drop. Yeah, okay, whatever. We've only got a couple of overworld checks left here, and then we might go into bottom of the well just to see what we can find. So like we were talking about earlier, this check is technically not in logic right now because we don't have the Stone of Agony. But a little breaking logic never hurt nobody. Logic, never heard of it. You mean the rapper? I thought his name was Chance. I thought Chance was the rapper. I'm so out of date on this stuff, man. I can't keep up anymore. Kakariko Village is Way of the Hero. Yeah, but I thought Chance was the rapper. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, no, we're definitely not logical. We don't care so much about that around here. The logic is just a guideline. It's good to know what the seed expects us to do, but we don't necessarily have to do that. Unless you meant in real life, in which case we've never had any logic there. Okay. I think we've got a couple things we can do in Kakariko, but otherwise it's looking like bottom of the well here soon, unless we want to check out what's inside the Deku Tree. I didn't remember to look at what boss was inside the Fire Temple. I didn't pay attention to the door. Drescalade, I think you're usually right, but I think that you've made a flawed assumption here, which is that the freestanding piece of heart check is out of logic, and I don't think it is. Yeah, if you're sick, it's important to get as much rest as you can, Kazi, for sure. There we go. Let's look right now. I'm not seeing anything in the tricks. Yeah, I think it's just something that's expected that you're able to do. Like, it's just in logic. There's one more Skulltula we can get in the graveyard here. Still kind of afraid to do the royal family's tomb, but it's like a little more appealing now that we have Boomerang and Bombchus and Dins. I guess we could take another peek in there. I know that there was a stall child in front. That's just in the randomizer settings, Dressglade. That's just part of ship. You go to the randomizer settings and then click on tricks and glitches, this tab right here. That's where you're seeing this. Okay, let's try our luck in here. It didn't quite work as intended. It just went right between his legs. But the boomerang should hold him off. Oh, nailed it. Come on, Navi, help me out. Nice, okay. All that menu does is allow you to put certain tricks into logic. So if you still want to have a logic run, but you want your tricks to be part of it, then that's what you do. Kind of like halfway between no logic and glitchless. I don't like this room. Nailed it. All right. Yeah, this is drying out real fast, you guys. We've got one more overworld check at this point that's in logic anyway. We could do the grotto over by Kakariko here. Not in logic, but we can do it. And then after this, I think we just head back to bottom of the well. We get that done. And we can also get, I think it was another token over there. The Skulltula above the log. While we got some money to burn here, let's pick up our hookshot. That way we don't have to farm for it later. Yes, we did the ferry at the castle. Did that right after we got bombs, because we had Zelda's Lullaby too. Alright, heading over to Zora's River. No scale, so we can't take a shortcut. Gotta just walk. So what I want to do before we wrap this seed up tonight is I want to get to a point where we're actually back into having some overworld checks to do, which is basically gonna mean finding Song of Time at this point. But I want to be able to ease back into the seed tomorrow with some nice overworld checks. I think that's like one of the key things of mitigating like going between 2 days on a seed and like, you know, coming off being hot. You need like a warm-up on day 2. We can grab $50 here. Use the old Drescalade frog strat. Man knows his VR. Which of course stands for Zelda. You know, if you hold L when you pause the game, you win. I'm trying, but it's not working. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Zeldra's River. Well, I feel a lot more prepared for this than the last time we were here, so that's good. Last time we came here, I think we just had bombs, maybe? We were able to do the fairy fountain. But I don't think we had boomerang. We didn't have magic for Dins yet. I think we just had bombs and Zelda's Lullaby. So yeah, we're in much better shape this time. Alright, bottom of the well, please cook. If this doesn't cook, we're gonna have to go to the Deku Tree. And nobody wants that. Well, maybe you guys want to see that, but I don't want to do that. It was a shark in front, Floor Master on the right, and a lizard somewhere in the back hiding.
Anthony of Justice sent. Zelda! 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 Zelda!
Oh my god.
Zelda! 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 Zelda!
Thank you, buddy. That could have been worse. God, I hear a Stalfos laughing at me, though. Fucking hate it here. Where is the Stalfos? You know, honestly, I should probably just take the Marge TTS off. It's not funny. I need to go through the list again and see what's good in there. Because they add new ones all the time. Okay, there's our Stalfos, which is not the best spot, but not the worst. However, if that check is our check, that's rough. Right over here, buddy. One, two, three. Like the IRL voice actor, really, Drescalade? I didn't know that. Or are you talking about for the Tangia voice? Because I kind of assumed that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a meme or something. It's like a streamer or a YouTuber or something. I don't know the whole lore behind it. Hello? Come at me, bro? Okay, or you can just stay there and hang out. That's fine. No, you're supposed to hang out. You had one job. Token. Almost forgot this chest again. And I really don't know what to do to deal with that Stalfos in the center. Maybe we can bomb him through the wall, actually. That's not a bad idea. Okay, how do we want to do this? The lizard must be in the other cage. Wait, hold on. Gaming. Got them all. God, I'm so scared he's gonna hit me through the wall here. What the fuck? Terrifying. How can I make him try to attack me? If I just like wiggle right here, will he do it? Maybe. Come on. Gotta figure out a way to make these bombs hit him. We're cooking. We've got a strat. Nice. Okay. It was worthless, but we know it's worthless now. We don't have to wonder. Oh, yeah, that came together really well. I was worried about that, that bottom of the well. You know, honestly, yeah, that was a clutch bomb refill, too. We're gonna need it for this next room. The more I think about it, though, the more correct you are, Drescalade, because, a lot of the stuff we're doing in here is gonna be out of logic without lens. Shit. This is fine. So it does seem like we're going to be going to the Deku Tree entrance, and I'm also really fucking worried that it's going to be our Jabu. A little bit close. Maybe we do it like this. We check on the spot. And then we check where we're going to back up into as well. One more check in between. All right. Boom, got him. And that clears bottom of the well. At least what we can do right now without keys. And it was all junk. Oh wait, no, there's one more thing we can do here. Bottom floor, you're right, you're right. I was just thinking of that. And then you said it. But I thought of it first, so it's my idea. Oh, whoa, how'd you get out of jail? How the fuck did you get here? That's illegal. Please come at me. Thank you. Oh my fucking god, that was terrifying. And a vanilla re-dead in the back here. Play it real safe here. We could also just walk by, but I want to kill him. Gonna get at least a partial refund on this magic anyway. Okay. Yeah, I think we have to go to the Deku Tree entrance now. It's either Deku Tree entrance or we have to climb Death Mountain. But I feel like it's much more likely that it's going to be Jabu inside Deku Tree because we have Boomerang. Not stoked for this. No nuts, no lens, no slingshot. We're going to be fucking freeballing it in Jabu here with literally just fucking bombs, dins, and a boomerang. We might get lucky. It might not be Jabu. It's possible, but just the early boomerang has me convinced that it's most likely going to be. I'd like to farm some bombs before we go. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Go get bombs at Lake Hylia. Then I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. And then we'll go do whatever's in the Deku Tree if we can survive long enough to get there. Does Jabu fit into the tree? You'd be surprised what fits into the Deku Tree, my friend. I've seen... Here's the weird thing. I've seen Jabu fit into the Deku Tree and vice versa. So there's some weird, like... wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, bigger on the inside than it is on the outside nonsense going on. Oh, nice. Alright, instantly got our bomb drops and our magic. Good to go. Yeah, I would say that hands down David Tennant was my favorite Doctor. And I haven't seen some of the more recent ones, but when I was in my Doctor Who phase, around the time it rebooted, yeah, it was him and, like, the 2 or 3 Doctors after that that I watched, and he was, like, far and away my favorite. And at first I thought it was because he was the first one that I watched, but as time went on, I realized he was just really fucking good. David Tennant is a fucking treasure. I loved him in Jessica Jones as well. He was so fucking menacing in that show, it was great. Okay, we gotta remember there's a Stalfos coming up here. So what we want to do is go this way. Excuse me. Don't you fucking look at me. Don't you fucking look at me. Nailed it. Okay. Now this is actually the tricky part coming up here. Oh, yeah, I have never actually watched Good Omens, but I remember hearing pretty good stuff about it back when it was airing. So, I work at UPS. I'm on a hiatus right now while my building is being remodeled. But I do work at UPS, and I see a lot of Amazon boxes because of that. And half the reason I didn't watch Good Omens was because every single fucking box that came from Amazon at that time had, like, Good Omens ads on it, and I just, like, refused to watch it out of principle because I saw so much of it every day. Okay, we gotta lock in here. This part's tricky. We gotta pause buffer into the enemy spawn here. There's 3 enemies that are gonna be right in front of us, and we're not gonna have Deku Nuts. Trying to just go 1 or 2 frames at a time here until the enemies show up, which will be any second. I'm staring at the right side of the screen because that's what's going to be covered when the pause menu comes up here. We want to get a good look at the enemies there as they spawn. Any second now. Come on. I know I'm playing this way cautiously, but, like, you'll see why in a sec. There we go. Okay, a Keese, a Bubble, and I think a Skulltula on the right based on the shadow. Okay. Okay, that was fucking terrifying. Let's get our hints while we're here. I don't want to have to go through that again. We can also drop FW in the Deku Tree, which is absolutely huge. The Forest Temple Hordes Saria's song. I should write that down. So I think we can be all but certain, I guess not certain, but it's most likely that this is a child dungeon. There is still a slight chance that what the seed expects us to do is go climb Death Mountain, which is pretty much a death sentence. It's technically possible. We could also maybe eke out another 10 Skulltula tokens to get Nocturne. I didn't really think about that. Hello. Okay, what have we got in here? Fuck! Of course it's Jabu. Okay, well, first things first, let's put FW down so we don't have to go through that again. And then I really gotta go take a piss. But we'll probably either complete Jabu or end the run in here one way or another tonight, rather than start with this next time. Alright guys, stick around, enjoy some tunes, and I will be back in a few minutes. See you then. Perfect timing, right, as the song ended. Alright, we're back. Alright, so, what the hell are we... Getting sniped by Skull Kid immediately. That's gotta be a record for fastest death after returning from a break. I didn't fucking notice the Skull Kid in the back before I casted Furor's Wind. Holy shit. That's fucking insane. Oh, after all that fucking trouble getting that set up. Okay, I gotta know. What the fuck was in there? Hold on, let me pull up the spoiler log here. Oh my god, what a shame, dude. The fucking Skull Kid strikes again. It's exactly what I said earlier, you guys. You gotta watch out for those Viet Cong Skull Kids because they are hiding in the shadows and there are places where they will fuck you as soon as you walk into a room. Exactly like that. Oh my god. Which one are we on? 3108. Okay. Yeah, Drescalade. We came back, unpaused, and immediately, well, not immediately, but probably like 1 second later after unpausing, got sniped by a Skull Kid who was in the back of the room. Playthrough. Alright, what were we supposed to do here? Okay, Hookshot, Greg, Bomb Bag. Got all this. Din's Fire. Yep. Baronade. So it looks like it literally just wanted us to go through Jabu next. That was exactly what it wanted. Whole bunch of tokens in there. Yeah, it literally wanted us to do Baronade, get a whole bunch of tokens in Jabu, and then get Nocturne. Nocturne led to the Deku Tree, and the Deku Tree basement had Song of Time. What did you miss? Alright, let me pull up the clip for you guys. Let's see if we can find it here.